What's going on, guys? How's it going? This is Flinders11 coming to you with a brand new video series, and this video series is going to be tutorial videos on how to use FUTDroid safely and also maximizing your coin potential. So I'm going to share with you in this video my 5 golden rules for using an auto buyer. And if this is the first time that you are using an auto buyer, then I would highly recommend you to watch this video in its entirety, especially if you don't want to get yourself banned. Okay, I have been asked by FUTDroid to record these video tutorials because I have been botting for several years, and at the same time I could teach people how to use auto buys safely. So that being said, let us get down to the 5 golden rules that I want to share with you. The first golden rule, this is super important. I would never recommend anyone to bot or to use the auto buyer for more than 3 to 4 hours straight. The great thing about FUTDroid is that FUTDroid models, or FUTDroid emulates human behaviors, right? They've got features and functionalities that are in place that emulates human behavior. And if you're going to bot for more than 3 to 4 hours straight, that is not an indication of someone who is being a human. So what you want to do is that when you're running FUTDroid, never at one time, I cannot stress this enough, never at one time use the auto buyer for more than 3 to 4 hours straight. I mean, there are some occasions, maybe once a week or twice a week, or maybe even 3 times a week, where you can bot for like 5 to 6 hours at one go, but never push beyond that, because that is, again, as I mentioned, an indicator that all of these trades that have been happening in the last couple of hours are not trades that are done by a human being. So this is the first golden rule that I want to share with you. The second golden rule that I want to share with you, and this is to me the most important one as well, is that you want to be by your computer when FUTDroid is running, in case there is a captcha that pops up. Now, it is not uncommon for a captcha to pop up when you are doing manual snipes and manual bids, especially for an extended period of time. What you will find is an encounter with a captcha. The reason behind that is because you are sending too many requests to the EA servers that automatically brings up like a caution on their end that says, I'd like to know if all these requests are actually being sent by a human being or are actually being sent by an auto buyer. So we're going to give them a captcha, and we're going to have them fill in the captcha, and based on how fast they complete, how soon they go and complete the captcha, and how accurate the captcha is, we're going to determine whether or not they're real human beings. So the reason why I would recommend that you be by your computer as you are running FUTDroid is in case there is a captcha that pops up. If there is a captcha that pops up, all you have to do is to log into your mobile app or your web app or your console and just complete the captcha. And once the captcha is completed, you can go back to using FUTDroid application. Okay, now obviously if you are on the silver plan and up, silver, gold, and icon, you don't necessarily have to be by your computer, because you would have already synced the Telegram app on your phone with FUTDroid. Now, in case you guys who are watching this video are on the bronze plan, the Telegram app is a feature that is only available to silver plan members and up. So if this is something that is for you, I would recommend you to click on the upgrade plan, as you can see over here, to upgrade to your silver membership just for this feature. I personally feel that upgrading your plan to a silver membership just for this feature alone is incredibly worthwhile and worth the money, just simply because you are able to be out with your mates, or spend time with the missus, or be at work or at school, and FUTDroid is making all of these trades for you, and you're being notified through the Telegram app on your phone. So if there is an issue, for an example, if there is a captcha that pops up, FUTDroid will send a message to your phone through the Telegram app saying there is a captcha, please log into your mobile or your console or your web app to complete the captcha. Right? It's the same thing if you are buying and selling of these players. What will happen with FUTDroid is that every time when it buys or sells a player, they will send you a Telegram message on your phone saying that these are the players that have been bought, at what price have they been bought, these are the players that have been sold, at what price they are being sold. Now, all of these happen in close to real time, and the reason why I say close to real time is because there is that slight delay of a couple of seconds to be sent to your phone. Now, that Telegram app is completely free to download, it's completely free to use, so you don't have to worry about paying for that. And this is why I said earlier on that if you are on the bronze plan, I feel that it's worth your while and worth your money to just upgrade to the silver membership just for that feature alone. Because when you have that feature, you're not limited to being in front of your computer should something actually happens, like a captcha popping up, for an example. Okay, so let's go over to number 3. Use the settings that I recommend. Now, I've actually submitted a request to the FUTDroid team on making the settings that I have personally been using over the last couple of years as a default setting, so that it dramatically reduces the chances of getting banned. And I just want to walk you through really quickly on what settings I am using. So the first thing is this: my breaks. Usually what I do is every 30 to 40 minutes, and you can variate it. So like every 30 to 40 minutes, I'll say like every 40 minutes, take a break for about 6 minutes, or I'll put like 8 minutes. And you want to turn this on. Okay, you can turn it on, you can turn it off. So what you want to do is you want to turn this on. The reason behind why I take breaks every, say, 30 or 40 minutes is because I am also on my end trying to really show EA that I am a real human being, right? So it is very unlikely that a real human being would be trading or trying to snipe players for like more than 30 minutes without actually taking a bit of a break. So this is why I would recommend that you would put your take breaks switched on, and to have it every 30 to 40 minutes for about 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, so that's the first thing. Random short sleeps, you want to turn that on. I know that the default setting of this is on, so you definitely do want to turn that on as well. Now let us go over to the advanced settings. Over here of the overview, you want to turn off Beast Snipe. Now what Beast Snipe actually means is that there is practically no delay in sniping a particular card. I would only recommend you to turn this on when you're really struggling to make decent profits in the trades, right? So this is where, if you feel like you're missing on a lot of cards, then maybe turn on Beast Snipe. I know that the default settings for this is on, but I would recommend you to switch it off. You want to only switch it on when you feel like you're not making as much profits and you're really missing out on a lot of cards. Okay, so once that is done, you want to go over to the account section. So we're going to click on accounts, and you want to click on this box over here so that this box here gets populated with some more additional tabs. So we're going to click on this, and as you can see, it populates with more tabs on here. What you want to do is you want to go over to advanced. I'm going to give you my default settings. Again, the default settings of FUTDroid on trade pile check time is 10 minutes, price check time 15 minutes, and these are, and then of course you've got the random sleep times after a buy between X number of seconds and X number of seconds. Obviously this is going to variate. What I would recommend as trade pile check times is to be somewhere between 25 minutes to 30 minutes. So 25 minutes at the bare minimum and 30 minutes at the maximum. Your price check is very much dependent on the volatility of a player. So if you are trading cards, or you're trading players that are not as volatile, then I would recommend you to put your price check time to 25 to 30 minutes as well. If you are trading on cards that are very, very volatile, then you definitely want to reduce your price check time to about 15 minutes. Okay, so if you're, say, trading on icons, for an example, then yes, go and put your price check times to 30 minutes. But if you're actually trading on cards that are very, very much in supply and demand, and it is very volatile because of people undercutting each other and stuff like that, then yes, you do want to put your price check time to 15 minutes. But again, I'm going to recommend 25 minutes for cards that are not, full on. Like you're not looking at like starter packs, right? Like for an example, Jamie Vardy. These are cards that are, there's a lot of supply, there's a lot of demand for it. Then you want to put it as 20 to 25 minutes. Icons, you can set it as 30 minutes. Informs, you can also set it to 30 minutes. That's totally fine. I'm talking about higher informs. Lower informs, like 50K or less, you definitely want to put your price check time to about 15 to 20 minutes as well, because that could be a volatile card, especially when a new inform comes into the market. Okay, so randomized sleep time after a buy, I would recommend somewhere between 50 to 70 seconds. So we're just going to put this as 50 and we're going to put this as 70. So what FUTDroid will do is that they will variate between. So there are times you buy card A, it sleeps for 50 seconds. You buy card B, maybe it sleeps for 68 seconds. You buy card C, it'll sleep for 70 seconds, which is a minute and 10 seconds. So it will variate, and again, it is to emulate a human behavior. So these are the current settings. Let's go over to the next one, which is settings. You want to set your requests per minute, maximum requests per minute, to about 6. Okay, 6 totally fine. I am able to generate a healthy amount of coins on 6 requests per minute. If you feel like you're not making as much coins as you'd like, you can turn it to 8, but never go beyond 10. Okay, if you're going to go, say, 10 requests per minute, then this is when you're only going to be using FUTDroid for about an hour, hour and a half. And then after that, you're not going to use FUTDroid for the next couple of hours. So never ever go beyond 10 is what I would recommend. The default settings at the bottom, which are additional sleeps and security sleeps, are default switched on. I will leave it as that as well. Okay, again, you want to make sure that FUTDroid is running like a human being. So these are the current settings that I use. Let's go over to step number 4, which is to change your buy lists frequently. Now, one of the tips for making a lot of coins and maximizing your coin potential is to continuously test different players in your buy list. So you don't want to be trading the same card over and over and over again, because EA knows very well that most people don't just trade on one card. When they're manually sniping or bidding a player, yeah, probably you'd snipe bid or snipe buy the same player for a good hour or 2 hours, but would you be doing that straight for the next couple of days? EA knows very well that you wouldn't actually do that, consistently for a couple of days or 1 week or 2 weeks. And these are some of the things that really raise the alarm bells, right, on the EA security aspect of things. So you definitely do want to change your buy lists frequently as well. Number 5, last but not least, this is something that I really cannot stress enough. Don't be crazy with settings, right? As you can see, you could go up to 100 requests per minute. But I can guarantee you, if you put like 100, or even if you were to put 15 or 20 requests per minute, it is very, very likely that you are going to get banned. I can guarantee that you'll get banned if you put your requests per minute as 30 or more. That's what I can guarantee you. So again, like I've shared before to people, FUTDroid is incredibly powerful. They leave the customization to users like you and me. The downside of FUTDroid is the very fact that they're very powerful, and that we as users have got total customization, which means that some of us tend to be a little bit greedy, right? And that we'll put our requests per minute up to, like, say 15 for an example. I wouldn't recommend that. I would say don't go crazy with your settings. Don't be greedy. I've been in situations like that before where I was making 50,000 coins a day on complete autopilot, and I'm like, wow, I want to hit that 100,000 coins or that 200,000 coins per day. So what I do is that I went crazy on my settings and then have my account get banned. So I want you to learn from my mistakes. The reason why I'm recording these tutorials is so that you can learn from the mistakes that I've made to ensure that your account is safe and that you maximize your coin potential. So again, don't be crazy with settings. I'm going to go back to golden rule number 2, which is be by your computer in case of a captcha pop-up. Again, you won't have that issue if you are on the silver membership, because you would sync your Telegram app on your phone with FUTDroid so you can be on the go. The reason why this is part of a golden rule is because this was back in FIFA 18, so it was last year. I was running an auto buyer back then, and I fell asleep accidentally. And while I was sleeping, there was a captcha that popped up. And when I woke up, which was about 2 hours later, I saw that there was a captcha that popped up. I went to my console, filled in the captcha, and then after a couple of minutes later, I got banned. And the reason why I got banned was because I did not complete the captcha in time. So this is why I cannot stress this enough, that you want to be by your computer in case of a captcha pop-up. But you're not going to have that problem when you are on the silver membership and up. So again, for those of you who are on the bronze plan, I would recommend you to upgrade your plan to silver membership, just so that you can take advantage of that added feature, and which allows you to go out even more and not really have to be by your computer. So that's it. I know that this is a long video. I promise that the other videos won't be as long as this, but I feel that this is such an important video. Like I said, it's probably the most important video that you will watch in this series, just simply because when it comes down to using an auto buyer, you want to make sure that you're not only being able to make hundreds and thousands of coins and millions of coins, but you want to make sure that your account is safe too, and that you don't get banned. So that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you do have any questions, do leave them on the Discord channel. I am there. I'm usually there just providing tips, answering some questions with regards to FUTDroid, but more in terms of the transfer market. But if you haven't joined the Discord channel, just all you got to do is to hover your mouse over to Discord, click on it, and you will get invited to join the Discord server. That being said, thank you again for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.